We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live!
Welcome to the Mouthpiece, episode 95. Today we're going to talk about a special announcement with Gardemy and Poker. We're going to talk about the NFL, the Major League Baseball playoffs, the NBA kicks off, the Golden Knights are 4-1, politics, whatever you want. The Mouthpiece is next. What up, everybody? How's it going, man? Welcome to the Mouthpiece. Yep, we're late because Danny was busy with his daughter's soccer till...
Oh, who was here on Thursday at 3:30?
Oh, shut the fuck up, man. Anyways, how you guys doing? Welcome. So, things are good. Poker is still going well. Let's see. Ended up with a really good week last week. I think I won like 27,000. This week, I've doubled that, almost. I think I'm up 40 for the week. So it's been a good week. Only played Monday, Tuesday. I kind of was in the middle of changing my sleep schedule. Game didn't go on Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, I was staying up all night, sleeping all day, or staying up all day, sleeping all night. So I kind of didn't play. On Monday, I played really, really, really good. I jumped in the game late. Was really zoned in and played lights out. And Tuesday, I played well, but didn't play near as well as I did on Monday, but I won just as much. So, poker's been good. I wanted to make an announcement for everybody. So I'm going to be playing Hustler Casino live on November 6th through 11th. And I'll be doing some exterior filming and some more interviews because for my documentary, which will be coming out in about 2 months. It's going to be on a very, very high profile, high-end streaming service. I can't tell you guys right now. Thought I was going to be able to tell you that today, but as it turns out, I'm not allowed until it's exactly signed and delivered. So I will be, like I said, playing Hustler Casino live November 6th through 11th. Probably going to play all the games all week, at least 3 days. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see what else is going on. And like I said, we're going to be doing some more, a little bit of interview, some more filming there for some extra shots for the documentary. So that's kind of why I'm going down there to do, and working with Ryan on getting that done. I'm not a sellout. Hustler Ryan is one of my good friends. Nick is one of my good friends. I play every day in the same home game with Ryan for the last 2 years. So, I don't want to hear anything bad about people at Hustler Casino Live. Anyways, I was thinking of going down to WSOPE, but I decided against it. I told them if they want to send me a first-class ticket, I'll go. I didn't get a first-class ticket in the mail, so I'm not going. So, yep. So that's my big announcement. I'll be playing this week, or November 6th through 11th at Hustler Casino. And the documentary, which will be out in a couple months, will be on a major streaming service, which I thought I was going to be able to announce today, but I'm not able to. So that's what's going on with that. I decided to make a couple bets today. I bet Clemson at halftime. That was a good bet. The other team didn't score. And then I made a bet on Garrett Cole and the Yankees and the dumbass manager brought him in the brought Trevino in the sixth inning to give up 3 runs. And that was the end of the Yankees and good riddance. I never bet on the Yankees. I hate the Yankees. I always bet against the Yankees. So, anyways, that's, what's going on with that. But if you notice, I didn't jump into the Hustler Casino Robbie Lou bullshit very much over the last 3 weeks because certain people and certain podcasts were getting so insanely stupid and making up so much bullshit to get clicks and likes and just make up shit on their podcast just to try and destroy people's lives that it was pretty much insane. So I kind of stayed away from it. My take has not changed. I think she's a sociopath. I think she's a narcissist, and I think she cheated. So I don't give a fuck when, whatever. I don't have to. That's my own opinion. I don't need to. I didn't say she did cheat. I said I think. That's it. No, Brandon, I can never shoot out to you on that because you're not normal. But I like you anyways. So let's see. The NBA has started. My Lakers are 0-2. Russell Westbrook still sucks. But the defense looked pretty darn good in Game 2. And but how are they ever going to win? They are 19 from 84 from three-point range in 2 games. That's 22%. That's the worst shooting mark in NBA history in 2 games. So I don't know what the heck my Lakers are going to do. The Golden Knights are off to a 4-1 start. They play Colorado tonight. This will give you an idea if they're any good or not. Colorado's off to a little bit of a rough start, but Vegas only lost is to Calgary. They were completely outplayed the game, but they still had a 2-0 lead. Could have won. And let's see. I started last week 17-8 in Circa, and I found a way to go 3-2, 3-2, 3-2, 2-3, 2-3 on all my cards, except for the one I was 17-8, which I found a way to go 0-5. So we are no longer in contention in Circa after. If we just would have gone 3-2, we'd be only 4 games out of first. But I found a way to pick the one we worked up. Well, I blame my partner for 2 of the losses. He put 2 losers in. But we did get pretty unlucky. We had Dallas plus 6.5. They had 3 turnovers, and all they had to do was make the field goal at the end there. We win that one. We had Carolina, which I did not want. He made me take Cincinnati out of my 17-win card and put Carolina in. Now, Cincinnati did get lucky and win and cover, but Carolina had first and goal at the 6 to cover, so it could have gone either way. We had the Dolphins plus 3. We had the Dolphins at the goal line getting ready to score, and Waddle coughs it up, and Vikings go to touchdown the other way, and they lose the game by 6. That was a 14-point swing. So the only one we really were wrong about was my pick of the week, which was Arizona, and they never had a chance. With that said, these NFL games, every game could go any which way. So this week, my pick of the week is I'm going on a really, really, really big hunch here. I'm going against a team that's 6-0 against the spread this year, the Atlanta Falcons. I'm taking Cincinnati. I think their defense has not a lot of touchdown in the second half of any game this season. And their offense finally looked like it got it together, but it was against the Saints. So what does that mean? Atlanta, they play hard, but I don't know, man. I just got a feeling this is the week that Cincinnati breaks out. Me and my friend just bet him for plus 225 to win a division. I kind of like that bet, but I already have them as my preseason. So my preseason bets are not looking well. You have Cincinnati over 9.5. I have San Francisco over 9.5, and I have Seattle under 6. All of those look like shit, but I still think Cincinnati and Frisco could pull it out. The Kansas City was 2.5. They bet them down to 1. All the defensive guys are back this week, and a McCaffrey added to the lineup. Frisco, I think they got the wrong side favorite in that game. But I'm still going with Cincinnati as my pick of the week, -6. In the circuit contest, since it is Saturday night after 4, I can tell you who we put in. We've gone with, let me see, where'd my phone go? I left it. Yeah, go get me my phone. Let me go see what I put in. I think in the circuit contest, we literally went with Denver on all 3 cards. Going contrarian, trying to pick up a game where they have Denver -1. They've moved them to 1.5 the Jets because Wilson's not playing. But in my opinion, how could anybody be worse than Russell Wilson? He has the lowest quarterback rating since Jamarcus Russell in 2003 through 6 games. So to me, Ripken's kid is an upgrade over Wilson. And they moved the line, I don't know, 5 points. Like, they really think Russell Wilson's worth 5 points if they watch this guy play this year. So, so let's see let me tell you who I got. So in the circuit contest, we got, let's see what I did here. Let's see what we did. So in our circa contest, we have 17.5, 17, and 17. Unfortunately, losing 5 straight was not, going for 0-5 was not my thought process too. All I had to do is go 3-2. And we'd be right still in the thing. Well, it won't let me log in. Why won't it let me log in? Hold on a second, guys. It's going to work this time. Yeah, okay. So, let's see what I got here. In the circuit contest, I have the Lions +7, the Jaguars -3, the Bengals -6.5, the Commanders +4.5, and the Broncos -1. That's on one card. On the other card, I've got, let's see, the Lions +7, the Jaguars -3, the Commanders +4.5, the Broncos -1, and the Seahawks +5.5. Huh. We went with the same 4 on that one. All right. On this one, we had the Jaguars on every card. Jaguars -3. I went the Bengals -6.5, the Colts +2.5, Commanders +4.5, and the Broncos -1. So we went Broncos, Jaguars, Commanders on every one, Bengals on 2 of them, Colts on 2 of them. That's what we did at Circa. Now at the Westgate, our top ticket, we went, let's see what we went here. I think we went a little bit different. This is the one we have 17 on this one. And let's see what we got here. We went Lions, Jaguars, Bengals, Commanders, and 49ers. So we've pretty much gone all in on 4. We've gone Commanders, Jaguars, Lions on pretty much every ticket, and Bengals on 3 of 4, and then we switch off the last one. So I like the Bengals. my partner, his top pick is the Jaguars and the Lions. And I really had no other really strong pick this week. I liked Indy. I put him on another Westgate card. So anyways, since he played the Saints last week, I said that. Anyways, isn't Denver in a free-all? Yeah, they're in a free-for-all with Russell Wilson. They are the first team in NFL history to have given up 17 points or less in 5 of their 6 games and have 4 losses. So, with that said, they have the number 2 ranked defense in the NFL and are 2-4. The Jets have been feasting running the ball, and the Denver run defense has been absolutely fantastic. So basically, if Rippon is even as good as Wilson, which is hard not to believe since Russell Wilson has the lowest quarterback rating since Jamarcus Russell in 2003 through 6 games, I think is an upgrade. And that is why we have taken Denver on every ticket. And it's the Jets back-to-back road games in altitude, which will make a difference for a young team. So we would have gone Denver on all of our tickets, but the line has moved so far that we kind of decided we went Denver all of them on our circa, but we went away. Only we didn't go with them on all of them on the Westgate. So anyways, but we'll see what happens. We need to definitely put together like a 10-0 because right now, after that great start of 17-8, I mean, just if I would have gone 3-2, if I would have put any other ticket on our 5-0 ticket, we'd be within striking distance. And because First has 24 wins, and instead we're like fucked. So it is what it is. Somebody's like 25.5 and 4.5. Can you imagine winning 25 wins, 4 losses and a half in the NFL? I mean, I can't even imagine that. I can't even imagine that somebody that could be doing that good could possibly stay up there because they're probably square people because a lot of weird games. But I am one of 17 people left in our suicide survivor. Only 17 left out of 177,000 apiece. So first place, 177,000. So I'm one of 17. I have a chance there. I went with the Raiders this week as my survivor in that contest. And we are one of 386 out of 7,000 left in the Circa contest. And we went with the Raiders there also. We were juggling back and forth between Raiders and New England. Raiders, New England, Raiders, New England, Raiders, New England. And I just felt the Raiders coming out of a bye, with the season on the line. This team's not a 1-4 team. They could easily be 5-0. They should be 4-1, and somehow they're 1-4. I think it's a bigger game for them. The Patriots, Chicago's terrible. The Patriots have looked unbelievable the last 2 weeks. But Zappies look great, and you bring in Jones back off an injury, he might struggle. And I don't know. That was just my thought process. Plus, the Bears have coming off 11 days since last Thursday, playing on Monday night. I got a feeling that's going to be a real close game, and I think both of them are going to win, but we went with the Raiders, so we'll see what happens. How can you bet the Broncos? They suck. I just explained to you, back-to-back road games on a very young team whose identity is run the football. And Denver has like the number 1 run defense in the NFL. They've given up less than 17 points in 5 of their 6 games. Their offense only has to probably score 13 to win the game, you know? So we'll see. Yeah, well, I know who all the cheaters are. And it is what it is. So, anyways, let's see. The elections are coming up in, 16 more days? Yeah, 16 more days. You better vote red, or this country's ruined forever. I mean that too. And I think it's going to be a whitewash. I really believe that all these Senate seats that they have, the Democrats winning. I think the Republicans are going to win every Senate seat that are close, and I think they're going to win 50 seats in the House, and I think they're going to have a 4 or 5 seat cushion in the Senate. That's just my opinion. I might be wrong, but I'm not taking anything for granted, so I'll tell everybody it's pretty important to go out and vote. We have a brain dead fucking president. Did anybody seen him in the interview yesterday on MSNBC, or was it on 60 Minutes? No, I think it was MSNBC. He fell asleep in the middle of the interview, where the guy interviewing him said, "Mr. President, Mr. President," and he had to open his eyes. That's who's running our country, in case you guys wanted to know. Yeah. Anyways, let's see. What have we not talked about? Poker, good week of poker. Sports. I'm just doing the contest. That's it. My pick of the week, Cincinnati. I wanted to go Raiders also. The line went to 7. I liked him at 6.5. My guy likes the other side, so we just stayed off of that. Brandon, when you say that shit, you're talking about these are the same fucking Democrats that called Trump an illegitimate president, and the election was that was given to him by Russia. Please, just shut the fuck up. All right, let's take some phone calls. 702, let's hit the segment.
The Mouthpiece.
If you'd like to take part in our phone call segment, you can give us a call at 702-329-0480. And if you're a snowflake or a pussy and you don't want to talk to me, you can email me at mouthpiecepodcast@gmail.com. Also, follow me at the Mouth Matiso on Twitter for times that our call-in segment will be live.
702-329-0480. Give me a call. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. And that's it. And, yeah, I'm a little bit tired today. Been up since, woke up at like 3:30 in the morning. Slept like 12 hours. Went to bed at like 3:30 in the afternoon. So, yeah, I'm a little bit tired today. But it's been I'm trying to get the sleep schedule right. I want to be getting up, kind of like getting up for football instead of sleeping my day away. Poker-wise, I really need to be waking up around midnight and playing till like 2 in the morning, because the game usually goes to like 3 in the morning, but I usually I get picked up and I can't stay in it. Welcome to the Mouthpiece. This is Mike. What up?
Hey, Mike.
What's up, buddy?
Good to talk to you.
Good.
I want to talk to you about having our kids, have to get the freaking vaccine to go to school.
Oh, you like that one?
No, I don't like it.
How can this even be possible when all the information coming in on the vaccine has shown how dangerous the vaccine is? It does nothing.
Exactly.
It does nothing to stop you from getting COVID. Oh, I didn't. That's what I knew. I forgot something today. The head of the CDC, she got COVID today.
Exactly. I was going to say the exact same
She's
thing.
5 times vaccinated. They're pushing. Oh, get your boosters. It'll stop you from the Omicron variant. They're all full of shit. It's all about money.
She just got the booster, the latest booster, and she is positive for COVID, which, is it really anything? Like, I had it one time, it was a headache for 2 hours.
The first one I had was bad. The second time I had it, I wasn't feel as dangerous because I didn't feel the pressure on my chest. But the second time I had it, I developed, my gums got really sore, and my gums have been sore ever since. And I went to the dentist a couple weeks ago, and they're like trying to tell me, well, I think you need to get them clean, but if not, we'll send you to a periodontist. And I'm thinking, man, I don't think a cleaning's going to do it. I wanted her to say, I want her to definitively tell me, oh, I think your gums are like that because they need to be cleaned. But I've had my mouth, I've gone 3 years without getting my teeth clean after my dentist
So you got to get the deep clean.
Yeah,
That's
but
real painful.
but I've never ever had where my gums hurt. I've never had gum disease or anything.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I mean, this happened from the last time I had COVID. So
Well, that's a new one. I never heard of that one.
yeah, it's called
That's
COVID gums.
interesting.
Look it up. It's pretty gross actually.
But I mean, like, that's better than getting shot up with the
Well, I mean,
the vaccine that was pushed through too quick.
I
You know?
did the vaccine because I thought it was because of my underlying conditions and the way they were pushing it out. My brother
Yeah,
told me not to get it,
that's
and
true.
I still have SERVA. Like when I lift my arm up, it still hurts. I got SERVA, it's called Shoulder Injury Related Vaccine Administration, and you can actually look it up. You could actually sue the government. What are they going to give me? Like $1,000? It's not worth my time. But you could look it up.
No.
You can look it up. There's actually big lawsuits about it. It's for when people who inject it, they inject it too high up on your muscle or something. But yeah, biggest regret of my life was probably getting the vaccine.
Well, I'm 41 years old, and I'm vaccinated for everything under the sun besides COVID, ex-Air Force, everything under the sun, except for COVID. I won't do it.
I just don't think
It was pushed through too quick, and
well, the last booster had that had a trial on 8 mice. 8. I don't know if you looked that up. And then you see how good a job it did. The CDC director has COVID. So
yeah, and I read that yesterday. It was funny as hell to me.
it's all about the pharmaceutical fucking lobby, man.
And they want to charge. So when Sleepy Joe stops giving out the vaccine for free, that
I saw that 110 to $130. I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing. Once the government stops giving it out for free, I bet you all them leftist fucking vaccine cult people won't be going, oh, go get your booster. I bet they won't be going to get their booster. Well, maybe they will. They're so scared to die because they don't believe in God. So who the fuck knows?
That's true.
I mean,
they're scared because they're leftists.
Fuck it. Listen, man, I have plenty of Democrat friends. I love them. They're my close, but there's the leftist, and then there's the QAnon people, and those are people that you just don't want to, on either side, just talk about. They're just all crazy,
Yeah, I can't get over the whole craze about the vaccine. Like everybody that I know, like personal friends, are like all jumped on the boat and went and got it. I'm like, nope, I'm holding out.
Yeah,
it was too quick.
Yeah,
like you probably seen those commercials, Camp Lejeune.
Yeah, I saw those.
We're going to be seeing those commercials in a couple of years. If you got the COVID vaccine, you were qualified for compensation. Just wait. And now they want to make our kids get it to go to freaking school. That's incredible to me. I don't understand the CDC's. Yeah, that was me typing on Twitch. I'm Slacker on Twitch.
Okay, yeah. No, my friend, this guy just said, my friend said that Mark Seif just passed away. That's just incredible. Did you hear that too?
I'm trying to confirm it.
What's that?
A friend of ours, a guy we've been playing poker with for a long time.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. He had a big comeback this year and was crushing tournaments. So it's really, really, really sad to hear. But well, I just I hope the Democrats get what they deserve and they get crushed in November here coming up and then,
Denver?
I said I hope the Democrats get what they deserve and they get crushed.
Oh, I thought you said. I'm out in Colorado, so I thought you said Denver. I thought you were talking about the Broncos. So
No, I got Denver in 3 contests this week.
Well, I know I'm taking on my picks too. You know.
I just
like
think
even with the backup.
But the backup can't be worse than Russell Wilson has played.
No, it can't. There's
he
no
had
way.
15 yards of passing in the second half last week. He
and
has
like you said,
he's got the lowest passer rating.
Run the ball a little bit, and
the Jets have to run the ball, and the Denver run defense is fucking lights out, man.
Right. Yeah, I'll take him. I'll take him at home.
Yeah. Anyways,
hey, it was great talking to you, Mike.
You got it, my man. Take care. Later.
Hey, good luck at the tables.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right.
Yeah. Well, he said it was Stan Goldstein. I don't know. He would know. Anyways,
Hello?
Welcome to the Mouthpiece. Is Mike.
Hey, Mike. How you doing? It's Anthony from Long Island. How are you?
Good, buddy. How you doing?
Good, man. So listen,
I hope you're not a Yankee. Are you a Yankee fan?
No, I'm a Met fan, unfortunately.
So.
But Yankees suck.
Boy, the Yankees suck, dude. I can't even believe I went for Garrett Cole today. I know they can't hit. They suck.
Listen, it's home run or nothing for them. They just what it is.
That's what baseball is, and that's why the Dodgers are out. That's why all the teams are out except for, the Mets are. Not the Mets, but the Phillies have been mashing the ball. Did they tie that game up yet? It was 4-3 last I saw.
I didn't even check.
Yeah.
The Phillies came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
they're unbelievable.
Well, they had the lineup all year, but they were in and out, and they've caught fire, and they could beat Houston. I don't think they will, but I think they could beat him. Yeah.
Yeah, they have a good chance.
Yeah, they do. Oh, still 4-3, like I just said. So what's going on in Long Island, my man?
Yeah, so listen, I met you 2013, I think, at Mohegan.
Oh, okay.
You were a gentleman.
Yeah, I remember that.
Great guy. I think you were that Deep Stack thing.
Yeah.
Rocky and all that.
Yeah. We came there for
You're an absolute gentleman, good guy, and I respect you. I listen to your podcast all the time.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
As I walk my dog, and you got one thing wrong.
What's that?
With all this bullshit that's going on, okay?
What? Go ahead.
So, I know you always say Biden's this, Biden's that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's not him.
Well, yeah.
He's not making any decisions.
He's making no decisions. No.
He's not doing anything.
No.
He sucks. Everybody knows he sucks.
Yeah,
George
Soros, the people who are funding him are telling him all that. That's why they're pushing these far left craziness, and they're trying to. That's the thing. Is like the Democrat Party is not the Democrat Party of even Obama, who was the far left president we ever had. This is insane. These people are nuts. I mean,
so listen. I know how you feel about this.
Yeah.
All right, but I'm out there. Okay, I'm way out there. All right, I'm at the point where you probably believe this, but Trump is not in the boys' club. Okay,
of course not. I know that.
That's why they did everything possible to get him out,
correct.
including starting a bullshit pandemic. Creating a worldwide pandemic.
Of course they. Thank you. Anybody that follows shit knows what's going on. That the pandemic was their only way to get Trump out of office. They could push mail-in ballots and get.
They threw so much shit against the wall on this guy. All that bullshit.
Of course.
And nothing worked, right?
Yeah.
So this is how they are, right? They want more power. They want more money. They don't give a shit about anything. They shut down the world economy.
Of course.
To get what they wanted.
and that's
some
the thing.
People will think that I'm nuts saying that.
No, it's 100% what happened. 100%. There's not a doubt in my mind. Okay? My ex-girlfriend said, Mike, you ain't going to see nothing yet until you see what they will do to stop Trump in 2020. He goes, they will pull out no stops. And I go, what do you mean? She goes, I don't know what it'll be. There might be a world war. she goes, I don't know what there's going to be, but they will do whatever it takes to get him out. And then a month later, this was in this November, she told me that. And in January, by March 13th, we had a worldwide pandemic. So this was all done on purpose. So 100% this was done on purpose. But listen, I am not a big Trump supporter anymore because of the fact he's a moron. Now, was his policies great? Yes. Was he good for the country policy-wise? Yes. Is that all that really matters? Yes. Okay. But let's not call a spade a spade. He fucking hired some of the biggest morons that ever walked the earth.
I agree.
I mean, everything he did was self-inflicting. His narcissism was so bad that, see, they knew when the pandemic, when they were able to release the pandemic, they knew that his narcissism. Look at those COVID briefings that they had every day, right? He saw ratings. The ratings were high because people were at home scared. Okay. So he had to go on there. All he had to do is shut his fucking mouth, not show up, let the professionals say whatever, and then he would have got no blame for anything. But instead, he went out there, yelled at fucking reporters, rightfully so most of the time, but still. People are scared, and he's yelling at reporters. You see what I'm saying? And
you know what it is? He could have did anything. All right.
He could have done anything but what he did.
He is what he is. Okay. Mm-hmm. Everyone's like, I didn't vote for him because, he's nasty and he's this, he's that. Listen, that's it didn't matter if he was the model citizen. They would have did the same shit. You understand? Because he's not part of the boys club. That's it. End of story.
That's it.
You know what I mean? It didn't matter if he was.
He was 50% part of their club, but he wasn't all in with them. You know, he called them out for the military-industrial complex, and that was the thing that you can't do in Washington. And the second they put this fucking brain dead idiot in, they started the proxy war with Russia, and they have to keep it going because that puts millions and millions and billions into their donors' pockets. I mean, everybody knows what's going on that has a clue. You know what I'm saying? But people don't.
So this is the thing. What's annoying sometimes, and you know these people well. You know Glantz, Granuel, well, and all that kind of stuff, right? So these are smart guys.
Yeah.
Glantz is no dummy.
Yeah, Glantz is smart.
They're good. They're smart guys.
Yeah.
But listen, this is the thing. Yeah, I'm conservative. Social issues. I can give a shit. I really get married. I don't care. Do whatever you have to do. Right?
Agree.
All that kind of stuff. So all the social issues, no problem. Like abortion shouldn't be a political issue. That's my opinion.
Agree.
Okay. Stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. So, but these guys, like, if I'm wrong in believing something, I'm going to tell you I'm wrong. I say, yeah, you're right. You know what? You're right. But don't tell me that these guys don't believe that. Come on, you don't believe any of this stuff? You just don't like Trump, and that's all you spew? Exactly. I don't like the guy.
Well, here's the thing, okay? Trump lost the election by 21,000 votes, okay? You flip 21,000 votes between 3 states, and Trump's the president, okay? How many? I know of 3 people, just 3 out of like the 20 people I know that got 10 mail-in ballots sent to their house, okay?
Yeah.
How many? All you had to do is reprint like for every 5 people an extra mail-in ballot in the swing states, and that is way more than enough. Not even an extra 1 out of 20 you give an extra mail-in ballot to. Okay? And they never signature checked anything. Nothing was, and that's the bottom line. Okay? There was no, I don't believe there was any widespread voter fraud. I don't believe that at all. I believe that, I just know with mail-in ballots that what I know what I've seen. Okay, I have 2 mail-in ballots sitting on my fucking counter right now. I'm not going to use any of them because I'm going to go down in purpose. But they sent me 2 in Nevada. I have 2 sitting on my. I can bring them out for you right now. Okay, this is why. And the thing is here's the thing, is Trump's going to win the nomination, okay? And unfortunately, he's going to be president again. And I want to see DeSantis, but DeSantis is not going to run if Trump tells him not to. And
if I was DeSantis, I wouldn't run. He's got it made down there. He's doing great things down there.
He's going to run in 2028.
He's got his time. He's got plenty of time. Young guy.
The thing, like I said, I was looking at the 2024 polling numbers. If Trump versus Biden, Trump's got a 4-point lead. If it was head up, Trump's got a 26-point lead in the Republican Party for 2024. So, like, if he runs, he's going to get the nomination.
Of course.
But who the Democrats have nobody to run against him. Buttigieg? I mean, there's no chance. I mean, I'm just being honest. Like, I have nothing against Black America. Will not vote for a gay person. They just won't. It's like they are the most anti-gay people there is. So who are they going to run? They can't run this guy. Well, I mean, I have a bet with Phil that as soon as the midterms are over, that Biden's going to resign first of the year for more reasons than just he's brain dead. I mean, they are going to impeach his ass.
Yeah, they're going to say,
and they're going to impeach her.
But they'll figure something else out.
And the thing is they're also, the Democrats are so much about identity politics. They want to have the first African American black woman, so they might make her president. She's so bad that I can't even. I don't even.
Listen, they don't like her. They never liked her.
She's actually better. I hate to say it, but he's actually better than her. Can you even imagine that?
Yeah, she's.
Have you ever watched her? Her? Did you ever see her talk? She's not.
She's a cackling idiot.
I don't even understand. I can't even make sense that how this person was chosen. Sure. Here's the thing that's why it's so amazing that she was chosen is she was after the first debate last year, she went to the top of the polls. In 2 weeks she dropped out because everybody saw how phony and fake she was. And why he picked her is beyond imagination.
Well, he didn't pick her. She was assigned. He didn't pick her. It was assigned. But the establishment didn't like her. The Democrats didn't like her, but somebody told her, this is the one. This is who you're picking.
So, I saw this coming. Tulsi Gabbard was going farther right and farther. We knew she was going to lead the Democrat Party. Is she... She's very well liked by the Republican, the far right people. Do you think that Trump would pick her as his VP?
Yeah, why not? She's sharp.
She's very sharp.
She's definitely sharp.
Yeah.
She's sharp.
I mean, Trump's made so many mistakes. I mean, I can't even. There's so many people he could go with. There's like Tim Scott. There's the one guy in Kentucky, what was his name? There's a couple of really sharp, a lot of people that could go with, but who knows? That's 2 years down the road. I really don't care. The only thing I care about is
you got to get
16 days.
Just like you said, you got to vote. You got to vote red. We're having an issue here. All governors.
Hey, I know. I saw that. I saw that Lee Zeldin's only down 2 points on the generic in polls.
Yeah, it's timing out.
I mean,
I was at a fundraiser. Can you even imagine?
Can you even imagine the shockwaves that will be sent through the whole entire country if a Republican wins governor of New York? Can you even imagine that?
Listen, you have no idea. New York City is a shithole.
It's a complete disaster. See, it's
San Fran. Okay, it's the same thing.
It is
a shithole.
San Fran. It's so bad.
So the people in New York City. Listen, he's going to get Long Island, right? He's from Long Island. He's going to get.
And he's going to get up. He's going to get all upper New York.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of these Manhattan idiots.
Oh, you got to see what's going on there, Mike.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. I saw pictures of downtown L.A. the other day. I couldn't even believe what I was looking at.
No, it's brutal. It's brutal.
It is.
Yeah, listen, and you're right. You're absolutely right. Like if this doesn't go red, if it's not a big wave, then
it's over. It's over. I agree with you. It'll be one party rule forever if the Republicans don't win at least the House. You know what I mean?
And this is the thing. I'll leave you at this. I know you got other callers.
Yeah. Okay.
The thing is, the powers that be, okay, want everybody on the same level.
Correct.
Okay. They want the whole world. We're an outlier. United States. Everyone wants to come to the United States. Why? Because it's different than everywhere else.
Right.
All right. Opportunities, everything. Right.
But the powers that be want one world order. They want to run the world. That's it.
And listen, it's not conspiracy theory.
No,
I'm sorry.
it's a fact.
All the bullshit it's bullshit. U.S. is never going to change. Blah 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 blah. Oh yeah, leave it up to these people. You'll see how it changes.
No, I agree. It's going to change. This is a very, very the most important. I will never, and everybody who's watched my show has been with me for 3 years. I will never, ever, ever again say that this is, because everybody like to say this is the most important election of our lifetime. I've heard it since I've been political now for like 1, 2, 4 elections.
Yeah, of course.
This is the most important election of our lifetime.
I agree.
And that's it. And after that, whatever happens, happens. But they must stop the craziness, and they got to get the people that like somebody you see it. Like me, I don't live in the real world. I don't have to see it, but I know the crime is through the roof. I know that you go to a supermarket, it costs everything's just insane.
Listen, I see it. Listen, I have a business. I employ 25 people. They're hard workers. They're great people, and you can see how hard it is for them.
Exactly.
Because I can't pay them enough. You know what I mean? Like it's just what it is. It's just everything is just just tough on the regular everyday people, and the elites. Those they don't give a shit. What do they care?
They don't care.
What do they care if they wreck the market, if they wreck everything and tear everything down? What do they care? Their lives are not going to change one bit.
Exactly.
They're not going to change one bit.
Exactly.
And
you know what I don't understand? This is one, and I'm going to let you go to get some more calls. But how is Congress polling at 22%, yet they can't wait to vote the same people in every year? Think about that.
Listen, that's all they care. They're all self-serving, Mike.
They
don't give a shit about you or me.
Shit.
They don't care.
I'm good friends with.
Listen, being a politician should not be a career.
No shit.
Okay.
No
shouldn't
shit.
be a career.
No,
right?
There should be
People
term
that
limits.
should be in politics, it should be like 50-year-old guy that ran a business, that paid a mortgage, that knows what's going on, and they want to serve their contingent. Beautiful.
You're right.
You're going to go for 4 years, and that's it, and you're done. We're going to pay you a salary.
They got this piece of shit McConnell. He just ran in 2020. He was at 81. You think the guy? Get the fuck out of here, man. Nancy Pelosi, she can't even put 2 words together. She's what? 82.
Go to fuck home.
Go home.
Play with your grandchildren.
Yeah.
Go do something.
But they love the money. The money and the power.
The money and the power.
That's
power.
it.
It's all
That's
power.
all power.
They got plenty of money.
You got it. Talk to you later, my man. Peace.
Take care, man.
Yeah, later. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Like I said, I don't live in the real world, so
your call has been forwarded to an
hard for me to see it, but yeah, they're gonna push Newsom probably. Who else is gonna run? And then they're gonna prop him up because he's a good-looking guy. They're gonna tell him how great he is, and the people don't live in California. They have no idea what he's done to California. So they'll look at him as the guy talks smart, and that's who I think they're going to run. Is Newsom? I agree with you. But 702-329-0480. Sean, I don't even know where you come up with those fucking stats from. That's like insane. 702-329-0480. Give me a call. We'll talk some NFL, NBA, baseball, politics, whatever the fuck you want to talk about. Or we can, let's see. Yeah, He's a smart guy. You know, you don't have to be on the right. You don't have to be on the right or to think whatever, or the left. You know, it's just what's going on in the country is really bad, and the media, they can only. The thing is the media can only cover so much up. So, welcome to the Mouthpieces, Mike. What up? What up?
Yeah, hi, Mike. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Okay. I did a calculation. Sorry?
What's up?
Oh, yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Oh, okay. I did a calculation a few months back. I don't know when all that money was being funneled over to Ukraine for their war there. They're sending over 30, 40 billion. Now they're talking another 40 billion. And I looked up the number of homeless people in the United States, and I think they came back with 540,000. I think that's awfully low.
575,000, something like that. Yeah, I read that.
Yeah. Okay, but you take the 70, 80 billion or whatever they're sending it over there, and you divide it by the homeless people, you come up with like $60,000, something like that.
Yeah.
Then if you go and look at the cost of a tiny home, that's around $60,000. So basically, if they weren't funding this war, they could give every homeless person in America a tiny home.
They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. They got fucking fentanyl. It's the big poisoning. The fentanyl is the biggest fucking threat to our children in our lifetime. They have rainbow-colored fentanyl pills. They're panning out for Halloween candy. They don't care. That's why the whole joke is we're trying to save lives during COVID was such a joke, because they don't give a fuck who dies on the street. They don't care who dies from fentanyl overdose. They don't give a fuck about anybody, but they're going to tell you we're trying to save lives. The government could give two fucks about anybody, man.
It's totally crazy. And then they were giving some money to Taiwan there the other day to help them bolster up their thing. And I calculated that out, and it was a nice little gift of like $30 from every single American. $40 went to the people in Taiwan who have a higher living standard than in America.
Did you see the when Biden was eating ice cream, I think last Monday, and he says, our economy's fine, the dollar's fine, it's the world economy that I'm worried about. At least he told the truth, because he's so brain dead. He doesn't even know. That's why they don't let him talk, because he doesn't know what he's saying. But,
he's a dementia patient. I've listened to many doctors. They haven't actually been able to get him on the table and examine him, but they go from emotions and the way his face is, and they just, this guy is it's not middle stage, it's late stage.
He literally got done with a speech the other day. Again, he turned around and was looking. He was completely lost, and they had to. It's just so. It's elder abuse, is what it is. It's not even. I feel sorry for the man. It's not even to even. I can't. You know what I'm saying? I can't even say bad things about a guy who's not even.
They got him on drugs, but what kind of drugs are they putting his wife on, Jill? She's a fairly intelligent person.
Yeah.
What are they doing to her to get her to go along with this?
Well, that's what that's like what Tucker says. It's like he goes, she knew better. How could she let her husband be exposed to this? You know what I'm saying? She knew. Yeah, she knew what state of he's in.
She won't call Dr. Jill. She's got a huge ego too, and she doesn't want the fairy tale to end. She's in the White House.
The one thing I did. I don't agree with Obama on pretty much anything, but I will give him credit for what he said the other day on somebody's during an interview on a podcast. I forgot which one it was, but he goes, the Democrats have taken fun out of life. Did you see that interview where he goes, they take everything serious, like to the, he's talking about the woke people, of course, and it's like, I saw an interview with these people saying why comedy is not acceptable anymore, because it's not funny to make fun of people. I mean, these people are so woke and joke, like they said, go woke, go broke. And, Disney stock fell 40% after they went woke. And, you saw Netflix stock had dropped 30%. And then they said, well, we're not pulling this off. We're not pulling this off. If you don't like it, find another job. And they stopped going so woke because they saw what was happening.
Oh,
I mean, you can't alienate half the country. You know what I'm saying? It's just insane,
You can't believe a single thing that comes out of the U.S. government. Nothing. And when it comes to statistics with regards to the stock market and the economy, it's beyond a joke. Have you ever heard of a guy what's his name now? I can't remember his name now. John or other. He calculates everything according to using the same measures as in 1980.
Yeah.
And right now, unemployment is 24 to 25% if you use the same metrics as in 1980.
Correct.
Inflation is 16, 17% if you use the same metrics in 1980, right? And they keep pulling all this stuff off. Biden's got some sort of approval rating.
Yeah.
It's probably not even double digits.
Yeah, they say it's 42%. I can't even believe that.
What planet is it 42%?
Well, that's what I want to know. I want to know 40. I want to know, like, here, I'll even ask my crazy leftist friends on here. Like, Brandon, do you think Biden is doing a good job? Like, I want to know, like the people, anybody that could say Biden is doing, I put them in the same category as the people who said Trump's the greatest. Well, Trump was a great president, but he was such a moron. But for people who say that Trump wasn't a moron, okay? Because if anybody who said that Trump wasn't a moron, because the people he hired were so bad, anybody that could possibly say that Biden is doing a good job and Biden knows where he's at and Biden doesn't have dementia is either brainwashed or B.
But I just came up with an idea about Trump. Everybody, just people that are on the bandwagon with Trump, and people that are off, and they're going back and forth and this and whatever. But this is a thought that just came into my head. I said, he was the president that America needed.
Yeah,
we need somebody like him.
Yeah. See, like you got somebody in my chat. He writes, Biden canceled my loans and lets me get high. Biden's a great president. Now, just there you go. That's all you need to know of the people we have in this world. Not everybody's dying and going broke and can't afford their bills, and everybody can't afford gas and it's $7.80 a gallon in California. None of that. Just like, oh, he lets me get high and he canceled my loans. Again, it's me, not caring about the rest. See, I could say me, because do you think anything going on in the world affects me? No, but I care about other people. So, I reach out and I say it. You know what I mean?
Well, if it wasn't for the fact that the left, the Democrats, the globalists, and whatever owned all of the media, I mean, in a real honest situation where the United States, 30 or 40% of the people weren't on drugs, and then maybe just a few percent were on drugs, and everybody was reasonably educated. And the education system doesn't do that.
But but you know that they have to keep them on drugs. Okay, they have to keep them down, in poverty, or else they don't vote for government. They need government help. You see, if everybody's a drug addict on the streets and a fucking zombie, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just a fact. It's sad.
And well, anyway, Biden wouldn't even get 10% of the vote if it was a fair election. He didn't even deserve 5% of the vote.
No, listen, I can't talk about what I believe, because I don't want to have my channel shut off for another week. But that's another thing. That's another thing. Here, we live in a free country.
Down for a week?
Yeah, we live in a free country, and here's the truth. They are so scared. I mean, they got the fucking feds now, trying to get involved with Elon Musk takeover of Twitter because they are so scared that they can't have their censorship because their censorship's the only reason why they're in power. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't believe that the people on the left would ever vote. Well, I shouldn't say the people on the left because I have Democratic friends on the left that are very against censoring anything. So, and even people on the far left that are against it. But the people who, I mean, how could anybody? You're either for free speech or you're against it. There's no such thing as hate speech. There's no such thing as hate speech. Okay, I like to say it. I'll say it again. In 1974, before the ACLU was corrupted, okay, when the KKK people, Nazis wanted got a permit to go down the street in Skokie, Illinois, in 1974, they were granted that because it's speech. There's no such thing as hate speech. Okay, that's it. There's no such thing. You could say whatever you want. Now, if somebody wants to kick your ass over it, they don't like what you say, well, you're going to get your ass kicked over it.
They censor everything. They change history. Yeah. Here's an interesting story. I married a Russian in 2001, and she was from Sevastopol, which is at the time was in Ukraine, but now it's Russian. She's a Russian, and she came over to Canada after I got all the paperwork done, and she said, "How come everybody here says that the Americans won the Second World War?" and I thought, yeah, well, I thought we did win the Second World War, and she said, no, the Russians won it. Well, true. You know who killed all the Germans in the Second World War?
The Russians. I know that. Yeah.
75% of the heavy lifting
was done by the Russians. I know that.
So if anybody says they won that war, it was the Russians, not the Americans.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing is they know that Putin isn't a threat to the world, but they had to create the boogeyman in 2016. Then they had to continue the boogeyman. Then they were warned by Putin that Ukraine cannot be part of NATO, and the warmongers kept pushing for it, and that's what they had to get Trump out so they could get this proxy war started. It's I'll tell you what, the U.S. is. I see why we're hated by so many people. We start all these wars for no reason,
and killed like hundreds of thousands.
People don't even realize in Iraq, over 500,000 children were killed, and over 2 million people were killed. More than 2 million, like 4 or 5 million.
Well, but then the people that instituted this stuff and did it, they end up getting Nobel Peace Prizes.
Yeah,
it's like sick.
Yeah.
It's just sick.
Well, how about the people that got the Nobel Peace Prize, or not the Nobel Peace Prize, but the Pulitzer Prize for the Russia stories that were all fake?
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's what they're bringing out again now too. They're thinking, these Democrats are going, the Russians are getting ready to do another thing on our elections. Well, they're the ones doing it. But it's always the pot calling the kettle black. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just insane.
I mean, like he says, the Republicans sent us to Iraq. I said the Republicans are just as corrupt as the fucking Democrats. Everybody thinks everybody wants to think that I'm on the right. No, I'm just, one side is fucking evil. The other side is corrupt as fuck. And I decided that I would like to be with the corrupt people over the evil people. That's all. That's just my opinion. It doesn't mean. But I think the Bushes of the world, the fucking Clintons of the world, the most corrupt people that ever walked the earth, man. I mean.
Well, you know what I'd love to happen? I'd love to see DeSantis separate, create his own country, go over to the Cubans, say we're going to invade. You're going to be getting a little bit of Florida. And they're going to say, all right. And all of a sudden you'd have a country there with Florida and Cuba together, run by somebody with their brains on, and everybody would be looking from all over North America to get into Florida and Cuba.
Yeah.
It would be some good stuff could happen somewhere down the line. Can you imagine how those people are suffering in Cuba and how they're suffering in Haiti? And the Americans are worrying about a little civil war, a border dispute over in some place that's millions of miles away from them. They can't even look after themselves or their own neighborhood.
I know. It's so like sad. One of our persons wrote in my chat here. It's like, it's true. Trump had all the dirt on Ukraine and of the Bidens in Ukraine, everything that was going on. So then they impeached him for a phone call, and then they started the war. This war was always, and you just gotta do your history. You gotta see what's going on. I can't convince people. You know what? I don't go on here to talk politics to convince people of things anymore. All I say is educate yourself. Don't watch CNN. Well, even CNN now, people on the left are going crazy because CNN has decided to come back to the middle and not be insane. and because they didn't have anybody watching their show anymore. I mean, they had like 1,100 people watching their show at nighttime. I mean, it's just crazy, you know. But
they were the ones that had me switch over and wake up in 2015, going into the 20s.
So you used to be a Democrat?
No, I'm a Canadian, so I mean, I just objectively look at the situation. I didn't know which party was right.
Gotcha.
But when I was watching CNN going, with Trump's trying to win the election, every single night they would go, they'd have the board up and they'd be moving all the votes around and this and that, and they go, no path to victory, no path, and they say it 17 times a night, and going, this isn't objective news.
Well, because if you,
propaganda.
it's just like when you sit there and you put the fake poll number. They're called suppression polls. If you tell, that's why I know the Republicans are going to crush this in November here. But I'm not going to take anything for granted, so I'm telling everybody.
18 days, right? 18 days.
But they're called suppression polls. If you tell everybody no path, no path, no path, they don't go out and vote. You see what I'm saying? Nope.
Oh yeah, I mean they figured this all out. It's just one big gigantic operation.
That's why they said, oh, you know, how could the polls have been so wrong? Trump lost the election by 21,000 votes. Okay, between Wisconsin, Arizona, and Georgia. Okay, he wins all three, carries the election, and 21,000 votes. The Hunter Biden laptop story was completely suppressed. You were censored. You were taken off social media if you brought it up. You're telling me 21,000 people wouldn't change their vote if they saw how corrupt Joe Biden was with the Hunter Biden laptop story? There you go. So they stole it. There's the true stealing of an election right there. You don't even have to count the votes.
That came before the election. All of that came out about the laptop, and they suppressed everything.
They suppressed it all. Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It didn't happen.
Yep. Yeah, but that was Russia. It was Russia disinformation. Everything Russia, and then, and these are CIA people that were saying it. You know, but listen. But now it's like if it's anything you disagree with, it's disinformation. But if you go out and you do your homework, you know what the real thing is. Anyways, I'm going to go get some other calls. I appreciate you calling, and you have a great weekend.
Nice talking to you as always.
All right, you got it. Take care. Yep. You know, you like to say, what did Hunter run for? Did you even see what was on the laptop? They showed his father doing nefarious fucking business deals with China and getting paid millions of dollars under the table, selling out fucking American interests. So it's got nothing to do with Hunter. It's what was on the laptop about Joe Biden. Did you ever see? Go look it up. Tony Bobulinski, business partners with the Bidens, and it shows exactly 10% for the big guy. Okay, please, man, do your homework. Hunter Biden had nothing to do with it. It's the Hunter Biden and fucking Joe Biden, how they were selling out fucking interests to China for money, real money. These people are so corrupt. Anyways, what's funny is they want to say how corrupt Trump is, but they've never found anything on him in like 40 years. But it's in black and white. That's why Biden's going to resign right after the midterms. You mark my word. I'm sure of it. I know. I feel it in my gut. But I don't know what they're going to put in. They're really going to put her in? Who knows? Anyways, 702-329-0480. We'll take one more phone call, and then we will go to sleep and pull for some winners tomorrow in the contest. Like, I got to bounce back with a 5-0, a couple 5-0s. And we'll see what happens. I want to at least still be in the thing, have a chance. You know, maybe 4 more weeks go by here, and maybe we can go like 18-2 or something, and be back in it. But who knows? The thing is, you got to go opposite of people, what they're going to be picking, or else they're going to be on the same side as you. Go Niners! Yeah, I like the Niners this week. Welcome to Mouthpieces, Mike.
Hey, Mike, what's up?
What's up, my man? Who's this?
Hey, I was, listening to talk tonight, but, you gotta, I look at these, the Democrats, everybody says they're the socialists, You know what? Republicans are the socialists too.
They're the worst.
And if you go,
I agree. They're just as bad. I agree 100%. 100%.
You know, because they ushered in the progressive income tax in, you know, I've said this before, in 1916, 1909, it was all Republicans and Democrats together. And then during FDR, when he brought in, you know, to support the war effort, brought in the 1040 form, guess who all supported that socialistic document, 1040 form? It was all corrupt. Republicans and Democrats. They're all in it on together.
I say it over and over and over. They're all, the top end are all in it together. Trump wasn't part of their in crowd, and he had to be removed at all costs. And I agree with that. Now, was he a moron? Yes. Okay. His policies were great, but his narcissism was really bad. You know, but unfortunately, he's going to be president again in 2024, and there's nothing anybody could do about it. And because I don't know who the only chance the Democrats have is if they, and it's my opinion, and is if Michelle Obama ran, but I don't believe they could give the Obamas enough money to ever be back in office because they know how awful it is. You know, but that's really my only opinion. I don't know who the I wish I could say the Democrats had somebody that was somewhat down the middle that had sanity that they could run, but they don't. You know, I just
they're. See, I grew up in Colorado. I'm out here in Nevada now, but I played ball in college. You know, basketball, and at the University of Colorado.
Right.
And so we ate at the training table with the football team. I mean, I could name a whole slug of pro football players that I ate.
You like Denver this weekend? You like Denver this weekend? I have them on 3 of my cards.
Who's that?
Denver.
Oh yeah, I like Denver.
I just think the line moved 5 points because Russell Wilson's not playing. Shouldn't that be an improvement? The guy's been the worst quarterback in NFL history since DeMarcus Russell in 2003. He has the lowest rated quarterback through 6 weeks of any quarterback since DeMarcus Russell.
What's the deal? Is he just old age got to him finally, or what?
Well, they say he's got a fucked up shoulder and a fucked up knee, but I think, God, they're stuck with this guy for $250 million guaranteed over the next 5 years. They were like 4-2 or 5-2 after 7 weeks last week and ended up going like 2-8 the rest of the year. The offense was great the first 6 weeks, and then the defense was bad. Then the defense got good the last 8 weeks, and they couldn't score a point with him. Who knows? Seattle might have just fleeced them. Who knows? But right now, God Almighty, Ripien has to be an improvement over what I've seen with Wilson.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Hey, I got a poker question for you.
Go ahead.
Hey, I came out. I retired just right when COVID got started. I moved out here. So I was playing poker for about a month. I wasn't any good or nothing, but playing at the low levels. I won. The first month I played about 10 days. I won 1,800. And then COVID came along, and I gave it up. Didn't play for 2 years, and everything that happened. Mom and dad died. A couple of dogs and a cat passed on, old age, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I got back out there recently, started playing again, and my and this is just at the 1-2 game. I'm just at South Point and the Orleans, okay. And I did my first day back. I did a 200, then a 280, then I dropped a 380, and then last night I got a 580. But the hands I'm having problems is that goddamn ace king, man.
Well,
that ace king.
Well, I'll make it easy on you, buddy. Ace king in a cash game is a piece of paper, okay? Ace king in a fucking tournament is a big hand, because how often in a tournament the chip leader has 50 big blinds, okay? When you're playing that cash game, everybody's playing with 200 big blinds in front of them, 150 to 500 big blinds in front of them. So ace king's a piece of paper. You can't protect it, unless you're fucking.
That's what I'm not even raising with it anymore.
Unless you could raise it like 8x, okay. Like,
Yeah.
let's see, sometimes raise it like 10 to 12x over a re-raise, but you also have to do the same thing with your big pairs to get head up. But if you're playing multiple, I mean, you don't even want to be playing multiple way pots with aces, let alone ace king. You know what I mean? So yeah. Ace king is just a piece of paper in a cash game. Like if it's raised in 3 callers, unless you can, I mean, I watch these people open in my game. They're like 240, like 4 people call 240. I make it fucking 1800 with ace king, and I still get 3 callers. So now I either don't re-raise it or I'll make it like 2800 or something,
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, it's just a piece of paper. That's what you got to realize that,
Yeah.
When you're out of position, if it's raised in 3 callers, you're just better off seeing the flop and.
Now, what is there any chance you're gonna like write a book on Texas Hold'em?
There's so many books out that the only thing I might write something on is Omaha Hater Better. I even might open a mixed game teaching site. I haven't decided yet. I mean, everybody's opening a teaching site, which is kind of stupid. I don't understand. Well, it goes to show you that how hard it is to win in poker, where all the best players in the world are opening teaching sites. What does that tell you? They're because they know they're better off selling poker than they know how hard it is to make money in poker. There's like somebody wrote the other day, how many people win 100,000 a year? 5%? How many people make 250,000 a year? 1%? And I laughed because the true number is 1% might make 100,000 a year. And maybe 0.5% make like 250,000 a year. People like they'll put the people in the poker world. They put those numbers up because they're part of the elite group of those 100 players out of how many hundreds of thousands of poker players there are. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So 1% makes 100,000 a year. You're talking about 1 out of 100. I think that's high. I mean, luckily,
I'm at the 1-2 level, and I'm telling you, it's a rough game.
Yeah, well, you need to move to Texas, and you'll make $7,000 a month blindfolded. That's what 84,000.
What, at the 1-2?
Yeah, 1-2, 1-3.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you're playing small stakes right now, I don't know how long it's going to be good for, but I do believe at least another year, maybe 2. Where the money's just off the charts. I mean, I have friends that are playing 1-2 to 2 no limit and up to 2-5 PLO, and they're making 7 to 12 every month, and they're good poker players, but they're not. As pro poker players, I'll put them at 6 maybe. They're not like top end poker players. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll never, make it to the top end. I'm too old for that shit. But I'm holding my own right now at 1-2, but it's a rough game. It's not an easy. It's not easy. I've read a lot, gone through a lot of videos and stuff like that, and I had to do different things than what's in the book. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
But. But it's fun though,
Yeah. Yeah. I promise you, if you go play in Texas, you'll make a fortune. I mean,
I'm thinking about moving down there.
I mean, if you just want to play low limit, if you're retired right now and you're just playing poker for money, I mean, there's small limits. Anybody who's not playing in Texas is out of their minds. I mean, the games are just so good.
Are you still going to move down there?
Well, I was still in the midst of trying to buy 52 Social, and I made an offer. Some things didn't go through. Then we had a falling out, and then I was making another offer recently, and I'm not quite sure right now. It was about 65-35 a week ago. It's more like 40-60 now. But I could get the place for a really good price. It's just a matter of do I want the headaches? In other words, will I make a lot of money down there? Yeah, I'll probably make for my part of the business $20,000 a month, $25,000 a month. But I'm gonna have to work, and I'm making that blindfolded, playing poker right now, and with no stress, and I don't have to worry about leaving my house. I don't have to worry about being somewhere 30 hours a week. And then what if they shut down in Texas? What if the law comes in and they shut down all the rooms? See what I'm saying? So
yeah,
there's a lot of
Vegas.
I do believe that it's worth the risk. But my partners that I was dealing with, who are, they're kind of getting a cold shoulder, so I'm not quite sure yet. Even if I don't get this place down in Austin, I probably looking to open up a small room somewhere where with like 5 to 7 tables, and make myself plenty of money with no risk and not have any stress. You know what I'm saying? A 28 table, a 28 table room, with a restaurant. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be at 75, 80,000 a month, and you're going to have to take in, and I'm sure I would make that with no problem. But if I didn't, I don't want this. I don't need the stress. I have a stress-free life right now. And I've worked my ass off the last 3 years to put myself in a position that I am at right now. And, I don't want to, I will never want to go broke again. And I never want to put myself in a position where I have to worry about people for money. And I still owe a little bit of money, and I want to pay them, get that all paid off. And that's really my goals right now is, I was all set to go to Texas. I was out. I mean, I didn't even renew my lease where I'm at right now because I was on my way out. But I talked to some very smart people, and Phil's probably my second best friend in life, and we do a lot of talking, and he feels that that it's probably not a good thing for me right now because of my injury and having to work on, I'm going to have to put a minimum of 20 hours a week in. And that's 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. That's a lot to get. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but with my injury and having to get up and get dressed and walk around and shake hands with people, I know for a normal person, it doesn't seem like a lot, but when my documentary comes out and people actually see what I go through on an everyday basis to survive, they'll understand, it's very hard for me. So,
I understand
we'll
that totally.
Yeah. Anyways.
When you get older, it's tougher to get out too, even if you're not hurt,
Yeah. I mean, you're in pain getting older anyways. And then you have my injury. Like I've been dealing, like today, it's not been so bad, but yesterday and the day before it was debilitating. Like the pain was so bad. Yes. What was it? Yesterday was it, I think, or the day before? I was literally crying. My mother called me, and I was like in tears telling her how bad the pain was. And now every 3 months, 3.5 months, I deal with this where my spinal cord doesn't rev up. And so it's basically, it's hard to explain, but like my muscles don't, when I say it doesn't rev up, like it feels like I have no muscle. It's basically my ability. I get weakness throughout my whole body, and I can barely walk, and I get pain down my legs into my foot and all throughout my whole body. And it's very debilitating. So I'm going through one of those stretches right now, the last about 5-6 days, and I was able to stay away from this for let's see. So the World Series started in June. I haven't had this type of debilitating pain for, let's see, 4 or 5 months. So, and now, normally every 3 months this happens to me. And so when you don't have it and you forget about how bad it is, so, that's all,
Yeah.
Anyways, man, I appreciate the call. Have a great weekend.
Okay. You take care of yourself.
And, go visit down anywhere in Texas. You'll make yourself $2-3 grand easily for the weekend. So
Okay, I'll
All right,
look
my
into
man.
it for sure.
You got it. Take care, my friend.
All right, take care.
Later. All right, guys. Yeah, the pain's been so bad, the last few days. Today, it's actually been the least pain I've been in a week. So, knock on wood. Hopefully, I'll be better. Anyways, all right. Hopefully, my picks will do well this week. What did I say? I got Cincinnati, Washington, Detroit, the Jags, and one more dog. Washington. Oh, we have Denver. Yeah. So also have Frisco on some cards and a couple other dogs. So whatever. It's all for fun. I enjoy it. No, I couldn't even do one push-up right now, Brandon. It would be very painful for me. I appreciate y'all. We'll see you next week, probably Thursday night, Friday night, if my boy Danny's available. I appreciate y'all tuning on in. We'll see you next week on The Mouthpiece. I love you all. Have a great weekend.
The Mouthpiece.